Hello, everybody. This is Erin from Juniper and Oaks. I run a crochet design company, and currently I'm running a crochet along called the Mosaic Nordic Cow. If you guys don't know, here's the blanket. So this is the Mosaic Nordic blanket, and we're running a crochet along this year in 2022. So today I'm here to talk with the designer Cindy about the third section of the cow. So sorry, the sunlight in here is weird. So each section of the cow was designed by a different designer. So we collaborated to make this beautiful, beautiful blanket. So I'm really excited to talk to Cindy about that. But before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that the links to the crochet along are down below. You can learn how to do this overlay mosaic technique by going to the blog post marked below. All of the charts for this pattern will be free on the designer's websites as the patterns are released. And if you don't like to follow along with a chart, and if you don't know, the chart looks like this. If you do not know how to follow along with the chart, you can buy an ebook that has all the charts and all of the written instructions down below. So all the charts will be printable if you buy the ebook, and then it also includes written instructions. So go down and check those videos or those links out below to find out more information if you want before we get started. But if not, just keep watching, and here we go with Cindy. Happy third section of the Mosaic Nordic Cow. The third section is being released today, and it was designed by this nice young lady, this nice lady over here, Cindy from Cindy's Crochet Designs.
Hi.
And Cindy, why don't you say hi and kind of introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi, I'm Cindy from Cindy's Crochet Designs. I live in South Africa. Thank you for saying I'm young, but I'm not. I don't feel it today anyway. Yeah, been crocheting for what feels like forever.
You've been crocheting your whole life, is that?
I think I was about 12 when I started.
Yeah.
Taught myself.
Taught yourself?
And then, I used to knit a lot. My
Okay.
mom taught me how to knit, but then I started crocheting and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It went so nice and fast. And I've done, you do the whole thing, doilies and blankets. And then when I started the wool shop, we started doing patterns, and we had a group of ladies that we'd get together and follow a pattern.
Okay.
So then I started learning that, and then got onto Mosaic, which I love.
Yes, I've noticed that. I've took a big peek at your Ravelry, and you have a lot of Mosaic designs.
Only.
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 All right. What do you like so much about Mosaic?
I don't know. It just tickled my fancy. It was still started with Tina's Havana, and I started that. Don't talk how many times I pulled it out. And when I got it right, I thought, wow, this is just incredible. It's addictive. And from then, I just carried on.
Yeah, it is addictive, isn't it? And it does, like, the first few rows, the first, few times you try to do it, you're like, what is this? What is this? How do I? And then once it clicks, you're like, oh, this is like easy and fun. And
you see something coming or forming. I mean, I know that with the other crochet as well, but I don't know. I just clicked on this one.
Right. And I think, like, with other techniques or, you use just like move your hook different, or you do lots of yarns overs and lots of different, like, more complicated, intricate things. But with Mosaic, it's double crochet, single crochet, US turns, and then all of a sudden it's like this intricate pattern.
True.
Yes. This was easy, but look at it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, it's just, and the funniest thing is when I started doing the crochet, I used to see these lap gowns. I used to think, wow, it's amazing. I wonder how you do it. And then, of course, I tried, but there was too many ends, and then I don't like ends. And then when I saw the Mosaic with all those ends, and I thought, okay, And then she showed us the double border, and I thought, okay, this is for me.
Ding,
One
ding,
end.
ding, ding. This is it. Yes. So if you're watching and you don't know and you are concerned about all the ends of this pattern, just know at the end, we're going to hide them in a double border. Because all the ends are there. They're not woven in, they're just hiding. So get ready. That's coming in January. I mean, in December. So you designed this Nordic snowflake pattern.
Yes.
And I just love those little hearts.
Thank you.
What was kind of the inspiration behind your design?
I looked at your corner to corner one from last year.
Sure.
And sort of got a feel of what Nordic was, because, I mean, we don't really do it this side. And I don't know, I actually just sat that morning and I was doodling and it just came out.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that you accepted it.
Well, I like it because it encompasses like kind of the different things I had talked about when I put out a call for designers for this. And you have like the crosses, like I include kind of my first one, and then hearts as well. And it's just nice and cozy and Nordic wintry here. And I know that down in South Africa, the seasons are kind of switched. So thank you for doing snowflakes for this October winter here up in the northern hemisphere and down there.
The only time I go to Snowflake. Yeah, we're going into summer now, heat waves.
Yes. So I don't know if you know this, but I spent a year down nearby you in I was in Zimbabwe.
Oh wow!
Working at a bush hospital, a mission hospital, as a nurse. So I know all about 100-degree Fahrenheit days in Christmas and
Yes.
white Christmas, and we just prayed for wet Christmases. We wanted rain for the fields there. So yeah, it is a whole different. I mean, each part of the world is kind of a different world, but you have your different challenges.
Yes, we do. At the moment, there's lots, but the biggest one is load shedding. So that
Load shedding.
Yeah.
That's where they cut the power, right?
Yeah, because South Africa, we have to label everything. So they have to call it load shedding. I don't know why, but yeah. We can't say a power cut or blackout, but yeah.
Yeah, we had that in Zimbabwe as well. And I don't know if it was necessarily planned or had a fancy name. It's just, now there's no power.
No power. Look, it's nice. I mean, I get to do a lot of crochet at night. Okay, by torchlight, but
yes,
you know what? It is what it is. We have to do it. We get upset. Yeah.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you making the time to interview on here. So you have a wool shop. You just kind of mentioned that in passing. Tell me about your wool shop, your yarn shop.
I started it about 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. Started off with tables, with wool on tables. Tiny little shop.
Sure.
And then my son came on board. He did all the online shop, and because I don't know anything about that. I know how to use a computer, but that's about it. And then he kind of took over. Okay. And we are doing very well. Okay, now it's hot, so obviously people don't, knit so much or crochet so much. Yes. So business is quiet, but we still get a lot of online orders.
Oh, good.
But it was always a dream of mine to have something like this. And it's come to pass, so.
That's awesome. A dream come true.
Yeah.
And do you have quite a community that comes into your shop?
We have our regulars, yes. It's like any retail. You'll have somebody come in and then they'll sit for like 2-3 hours having a big chat with you, and they buy one ball of wool. Then another time you'll get somebody that'll come in and buy like 2,000-3,000 rands worth of wool. You think, wow, this is fantastic. This is a good day. Yeah. So yeah, you get to know your customers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's,
I like going and hanging out my local yarn shop, but I'm kind of one of those who does. I go and I chit chat, and then I'm like, oh, I should buy something. And
we got
so,
lots of those, but
yeah,
it's nice. It's pleasant, you know,
yeah.
and it's, you know, people actually need to speak to people. And
Mm-hmm.
after COVID, it was bad because, I mean, who did you weren't able to go out or anything, and now people like sort of come and they visit and talk, and it's lovely.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you have that. You know, you talked about how you're not very into, you know, doing all the online stuff, but is there a place where we can go and find your patterns or a little bit more about your yarn shop?
Yes, the yarn shop's a very original name. It's called the Wool Shop.
Okay.
um, shop with a double PE at the end.
Okay, the wool shop. I like it.
Yeah, very, very original. Um, we've got Ravelry set up with all the patterns
Mm-hmm.
under Cindy's Crochet Designs. There's my website. You can go on Facebook as well. There's the wool shop pages on there as well. You can see what
Okay.
wool we have in South Africa.
Yes. We'll
And we
link
keep a lot
those.
of Turkish wool as well, so, or yarn.
Okay. What's kind of your best seller?
At the moment, it's like it's called veluto. It comes from Turkey.
Okay.
It's like almost like a velvety stuff.
Okay.
And I know a lot of the people are doing amigurumi with it.
Oh,
So
yes.
that's quite a good seller.
That's awesome. I have this like weird looking thing right here. It's like going to be a lion head, and that's the
Oh,
velvet.
yes, that's it.
It's not from
Exactly
Turkey.
that.
It does make very nice stuffies.
Yeah, people love it for that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, good.
yeah.
Is there anything special you want people to know about your pattern, your Nordic snowflake pattern? Oh, I just had something come to mind. I won't say it. Okay, so you originally designed your chart to look like this, kind of the heart centered in the middle and the snowflakes on either side. You very kindly let sometimes I'm not a micromanager, I like to say, but sometimes I get ideas in my mind and I'm like, I need to make this work. So you graciously let me kind of adjust it so it starts
Oh, yes.
in here, and so it's a little bit more off-centered. And
I'm sure you've got more experience in it than I have.
right, and normally I don't like. It's like that's just fine, but your stitch. I had noticed that if I had just moved it over a little bit, that it would work great, so that the hearts are centered over Kelly's halos here. Otherwise, it would have been. I don't know. I just sometimes when I look at the big picture, I'm like, that would just they don't line up right. So I really appreciate that. So you may see that in the graphics of the actual crochet blanket. I show it's like in the middle. But in the actual chart, you'll notice it just looks a little bit funky. And that's why. So thank you so much for letting me adjust your pattern a little bit. Same pattern, just starting at a different starting spot.
No problem. But your crochet is beautiful. It looks lovely.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the Lion brand Woolies. So it's like
okay.
It's mostly acrylic yarn with I think 20. I don't have a skein here, but I think 20% wool.
Okay.
So I do like it, and yeah, my mom taught me to crochet since I always say 8. I'm not really sure exactly when. Just I think I was in elementary school.
Sure.
And she would crochet us scarves, and I just sat down next to her. Said, "Okay, teach me." And then I'd forget, and she'd teach me again, and then I'd forget, and she'd teach me again. And apparently,
it's a dying art. It's good that the kids are starting to pick it up again as well.
Yeah,
I've noticed a lot of kids coming in and wanting to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that might be COVID too during 2020. People on TikTok, I think that just really.
I think so. Yeah,
Kind of
we've got a lot to be thankful for.
There's
All
like
that time that we had. What do you do? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sitting here by a window and it's like now the sun's coming up.
I know.
Well, yes. So I'm going to link in the video below where you can get in touch with Cindy. All of her, she's got beautiful mosaic crochet patterns. So if you're really into this, definitely go check her out and buy her other patterns. Visit her website and all that. And then I'll also link to our landing page for this crochet along. So just if you're just joining in now, you'll see the part 1 and part 2. Then if you're waiting for part 3, it'll be there too. So go ahead and click that and keep crocheting along with us. And what else? If you just don't like to read off of crochet charts like this, it's really pretty easy because all you have to know is empty boxes, a single crochet in the back loop only, and the X's are double crochet, front loop, 2 rows down below into the same color you're using. But if you don't want to read that, we do have an ebook available, and I'll link that below as well. I will use Cindy's affiliate link, so if you make a purchase, you'll help both of us make a little bit of commission that way. So thank you very much, and that's how we're able to run free crochet alongs. Any last words, Cindy, that you want to say?
I just want to say thank you for including me. I really appreciate it. I've still got a lot to learn about all this stuff, but it's a great opportunity. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so glad you're part of the team.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Well, I will talk to you later. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
And you as well.
Thank you.